Hey, Minecraft Mentor here, and today we're going over how to build the ultimate cobblestone generator, and it doesn't even involve drills from Create, which makes it amazing. It's playing on the game's mechanics, and I saw this in a Create series, but here's all of your items you need to build this. Everybody always asks me for an item list, like, hey, Minecraft Mentor, maybe you could post an item list down in the description or something like that. So here it is in the video. Some of these might be give or take, one or two. What I did was I built this thing and I tore it down, so hopefully I remember everything that went on. Okay, anyways, let's get right to it. We're going to build up 2 blocks here. I should mention the brass casings are just for building blocks. You use whatever you like. So from the start here, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, basically the length of water flowing. Then we're going to do 6 over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're just going to fill it in, right? The series I was watching was with TangoTek, Corrales, BWO, and I think Zedev is in there also. This is kind of where I got the idea from. I've been looking around YouTube. I didn't see too many. I did see one other version that it uses the shifting technique, but it wasn't quite this version. So I wanted to be able to give you guys a tutorial of basically TangoTek's version of this. This particular build, and he did go over some of it in the video, but you couldn't really see everything, so I thought it'd be pretty useful. And I really like the cobble gen. It works really well. It's very cool. So anyways, we're going to place down our linear chassis here. We need to glue the fronts of them. Next, we're going to place down our brass casings, basically your building block, right over top of all your pumps. We are going to go out a little bit on each side also. So what we don't want on the sides is something like this, because my dog's snoring. Anyways, I don't know if you heard that or not, but because the cobblestone can kind of phase through here. Think of like you have a villager over here and you put a minecart, kind of pulls them through. So we don't want that on the side. So this side we're going to place 1 out, and this side I think we're going to do 2. It might be the opposite. We'll fix it if it's an issue. But from here we want to put down our I like to go 3 in, so let's do right here. Oops, right here. Next, we want to place down a linear chassis like so. I like to glue it all together, so right through here. Then we're going to glue that to that, and then this automatically has glue on it already. Next, we want to glue our entire platform together, so we're going to do that like that. Now, whenever this thing moves, it's going to shift that also. Okay, so we got our building blocks. We did that. Let's grab some new stuff here real quick, because this is going to be the mechanical side of it. So we need a vertical gearbox right next to this. Below that, we're going to do a gear shift, so it tells it to move forward and back. Then from here, we need our shafts. So place a shaft. Then we're going to need another vertical gearbox to direct the energy over here. Place down your rotational speed controller. You want it facing, so this gap is going that way. We can get rid of that now. Place down your large cogwheel right in here. Now for the settings for this, some of you, it's going to be different. Now you can see that it says hold to click. Before it was a scroll wheel, so we are in a newer version of Create. I like to put this somewhere in between 80 and 100. You're probably good at 90. So 90 is what we need for this to boop, boop, go back and forth, right? Now this is how you're going to power it. I'm using obviously the creative motor. This is going to take more than a water wheel, so keep that in mind before we get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's not forget the piston extender. So we need 1 piston extender here, and that will allow us to shift this back and forth, right? We kind of do that right now if we want to. Just place a lever, shifts, right? Actually, see, this one's too far over, so let's pull it back, fix our mistake. We're going to add the extra on over here and take it off over there. We just gotta reglue it. I kind of remember doing that last time. It was because it was shifted last time I tried to do this, so that was over there. That makes sense, right? I guess. So now our shifting mechanism is in. We're gonna leave it back. Next, we want to do the pumping of the lava. So we are going to use a tank here and a pipe. We also need a pump. We don't need our pistons anymore, or chassis, anything like that. We don't need that. We don't need that either. We just need our gearboxes. Okay. So how I like to do this is I'm just going to bring it straight through, right? We're going to do, so I'm going to fix this and then we'll be right back. All right, we're back and we made a simple mistake. We just put this too close. So what we did was we brought out the shaft into a vertical gearbox, brought it up and put in this cog. Now all of our pumps here are turning. Now we can bring a cog out from here. We're going to place down our pump. We're going to flip it, right? We want to flip it around. And then we can place our glass here. And then we're going to bring down our stuff right there, right? So we got our pump. You could do it the opposite way too if you like. So the pump would be facing this way and you pull it straight up into there, which we could do. We'll just show it to you. It doesn't make a difference in that point because as long as it's coming out of your tank, right? Next, we want to place down our glass and then same thing like that. So as long as you have your lava pumping up into it, which is being pulled from these, you should be good. Sometimes I like to put the tank underneath here. As long as you have the tank and a piece of lava, it's pretty modular, right? You can even make a bigger tank here for your lava. Previous versions don't actually steal the lava block, so you can get away with one piece there, or one source block, but for this version of Minecraft, it does pull the block up here, so you are going to need to restore the lava. Kind of a downside compared to what version they were on, and they were doing this, but next we want to place down our glass. So we're going to run our glass like so. That's the part where I don't like using the glass, and you can see the glasses on the outsides. Because sometimes the glass items like to phase through the glass, right? So let's grab these here. I'm going to put this on the back and then kind of give it a little border like so. Make it look decent, and also we don't want the cobblestone to just kind of launch up, right? Launch out of here. Grab our water. Hopefully I did this right. Is this still 7 blocks? Let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Okay. Throw your water in. Wait, what? Am I counting wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I swear water it only went 7. Okay, we can fix this. It's okay. Not a big deal. We're just going to throw in some more pipes, a few more of those, and extend our platform out by 1. Okay. I swear water only did 7. Am I wrong about that? Is there some sort of update I didn't know? Maybe I was just counting wrong. Anyways, simple fix. And I'm not going to edit that out. It's okay. It's okay. When we're building things from memory, we make some mistakes sometimes, and it's all good. Next, we need our vault, and we need our smart chutes. It's important you use smart chutes for this, so we're going to place that right there, like so. Bring it all the way across so it's lined up perfectly with your pumps. Now, the reason we're using smart chutes, I'll show you. So we use a regular chute. It doesn't have the full body thing right here. So you can see the gap right here. Cobblestone will fall down into these gaps. And this was another upgrade from Tango's version. We are going to use the smart chutes because it acts as a full block almost instead of the other way, you know, where the items are going to fall out. I'm going to build a little border around here. This isn't really necessary. I mean, I guess it is a little bit. Let's do the glass just so you can see in there. If you don't mind having a couple entities or a couple blocks sticking through, then I think you'll be okay. We want to make it look nice and be functional. That's pretty much all the goal for most of my builds is just to make it pretty decent and all working. Now, finally, we're going to get to the redstone of this. Looks like I already got it in my inventory. We need our threshold switch. We're just going to place down the threshold switch somewhere on this and then grab a bottom block, put it over here, and we're going to need a redstone link. Did I grab those? So the links, what they do is basically wireless redstone. So that's another thing we're upgrading from Tango's version is we're using wireless. He ran redstone all the way back here, which maybe he didn't know about these at the time. I'm sure he does now, but we're going to make this redstone. We're going to come into here and you can see it's got its threshold. I like to knock it up to about 90%, and then we don't want it to get below 25%. So whenever this vault gets above a certain point, it's going to give off a redstone signal, and it's going to, you know, tell this thing, hey, oh, it worked. It's going to tell it, hey, turn on or turn off. So next, we need to build the redstone over here. So Tango built it out here. I wanted a lower profile, so I'm trying to tuck everything in underneath, right? So what we need to do is place a block next to this. Repeater here on full. Redstone, 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 and then we'll grab ourselves a torch. Now, when I do this, it's actually going to start working, kicking back and forth, because the threshold isn't on. So we're not going to do that just yet. We want to give it a tad bit of lava, right? We throw our lava down in here, and we're going to fill up our tank. As you can see, it's starting to pump the lava up into there. Maybe I should turn down the threshold just so, well, we'll let it work. So now that you have this, you're pretty much done, actually. You just need to throw this torch on here. Actually, I take that back. I take it back. Don't quote me. Don't leave. Okay. Now we're making insane amount of cobblestone. That's an interesting, oh, right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. We're not done. We're not done. See, we all make mistakes. It's all good. What is this? Oh, it's actually creating cobblestone instantly. We did one thing. We did something. You guys remember it. You know the mistake in the tutorial. We did not glue the extra pieces we put on. So let's take this. We added an extra row, right? So we still need to glue that in. Now we're not doing some crazy things. So it's okay to make mistakes in this. It's a complicated build, and it's kind of finicky if you don't do everything exactly right. Sometimes the glue it acts weird sometimes, but as you can see, we've got a fully functioning cobblestone generator, but we do want this to shut off. So the final step on this one is to throw your redstone link right here. We need to shift click it. So it's, as you can see, it's got this little thing right there, and then we're going to click it with redstone and redstone. Next, we're going to come over here, check out our threshold. You can see it's raising up. We're gonna knock it down just so you can see how it kind of works. So let's put that down there, that down there. So at 24%, this thing is going to automatically stop. There are probably some things you could do with this. Maybe, like I said, the glass is kind of finicky a little bit. So you can see some of the cobblestone is popping out. What I would do is, see, that's one of those corner spots. So what I would do is probably take your radial chassis or whatever, put a couple pieces in there, and then just glue it up. Kind of play with it a little bit. See, yeah, I didn't glue it right, but anyways, you get the point. You kind of glue that platform in and just make sure that you don't have cobblestone flying out everywhere, because glass and these little corners are kind of wacky. But as you can see, here we've got, I know we're not done yet. I just wanted to show you that sometimes the stuff gets stuck on the glass. So one of the ways you can mitigate that is framed glass trapdoors, or any trapdoor really. Throw it on the top of the, not the top of the glass block, but the bottom of the other block. Flip those up, and that kind of stops it from phasing in between here most of the time, like 99% of the time. So that's one more upgrade to this that we did from Tango's, is add your trapdoors, add your smart chutes, and then make it wireless. And as you can see, you kind of saw that chest was up here. Now it's down there, and it's going to, once you start like emptying out the cobblestone, it's going to come down to here, and when it hits that arrow, it's going to shoot back up here and turn the machine back on. So I always like to show things just so you can kind of understand everything that's going on. So let's say we put some things here. Once it gets below 25%, see, it just automatically kicks on, and then we'll automatically shut back off once we're there. And that's pretty much it for this one. If you found it helpful, like, comment, subscribe. Definitely go check out Tango's video on this if you want to see it working in like a hermitcraft setting. I love that it uses, you know, this little mechanism. It almost reminds me of like the show Gold Rush with like a sluice box or whatever. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you hung out the entire time and built this thing, you won't regret it. It's amazing.